Okay guys, so this is my 29-gallon dirted nebula steel tank. I've had this tank up and running for 3 years now or so. Not much has changed. I've went through a few batches of fry. Gonna jump over and check out the heel stream loach. Oh, right as he disappears. He's really good at hiding. Oh well. Oh, there he is. That fish is like 4 years old and barely ever see him. And you can't see him now, but alright, anyway, zoom back, sorry, a little stuffy today, so try to make this as clear as I can. But the Nebula Steel line, I originally got it from Trends Fish, and it had a lot of black in it at the beginning, and any black I pulled, you know, and went generation after generation. And now I got it to where it looks really good. One downfall is the color on a few of them have dulled just a little bit, but not all of them. And that's probably just a consequence of colony breeding versus splitting male-female right from the get-go. But when I ordered my half-black purples of these guys, Pete Mang was generous enough to throw in a few hit females of his Nebula Steel. And honestly, just a little disappointed with what I got, but you know, they were free, so I can't complain at all. But I was expecting a lot more from what I've seen from the pictures. But anyway, so I grew them up 2 generations. They don't look a whole lot more different. His have a lot of more red and a lot more black. So we're gonna start the 2-year cycle again of pulling out all the black. The red I'm fine with, but we'll start pulling any of the black young males out. And just for an example, if I can find him, which I did, is this guy right here was a fry that I added when I combined the two. He's got more of an inler look now, but he's all black bodied, so when I go through and I select these guys out, I'll pull him out for sure. As far as like this guy, let's see if we can get him. You see there's just a little black. It looks really good, don't get me wrong, I like the black. But the problem is, after a few generations with that black, it just overtakes all the other colors. So I've always thought that if you just left it in there, it's just, you're going to end up with a black guppy long term. But so I pull that all out and leave the rainbow of colors. These guys are really hard to get a good picture of if you don't pull them out and put them in a container. But I'm not going to go through that today. Not on this line. Just wanted to give you an update of what happened combining the 2 lines. I think long term it'll be interesting. And Mark Shelley, if you're ever watching this, I need you to hold on to my line just in case this cross didn't work out. Originally I wanted to, you know, do this as an experiment, but honestly I've kind of run out of tanks for experiments, so this is one that I'm never going to get to. So what I did is I just jumped the gun and combined the 2. Hopefully you guys are getting some good video. At least decent. I don't think I ever get any good. But these guys are super hard to film in this tank. But in the color, I wish would come up better. But it just, on video, it just doesn't do what it does in person. But there is some decent looking fish in here. I really love this tank. I got it by my back door, so every time I leave or let the dogs out, it's like oh, I'm gonna stop and watch these guys. It's really enjoyable. Really like it. Now this line, I've never really tried to sell to my local pet store. There's been a few times where they've given me store credit on, which I can understand because people are gonna buy them, but it's not one of my, you know, amazing lines that I have. It's just They're neat and different. So what I normally do is just trade them in to Petco and they rehome them. Is mostly what I do with them, because like I said, most of the ones that I pull out of here I don't want to breed, and there's usually a good reason. But I enjoy it. It doesn't take a lot of effort, and that's why I keep it. So that's why I wanted to share with you guys, is combining of the two. I know Chewy, you were curious, Chewy LTD, I believe, wondering if I still had them. I do have them, and they just kind of go through phases. So right now in this tank, it's max population. It never gets any larger than this, and it kind of makes sense because as there is a lot of spots for fry to hide, you know, as the colony gets bigger and bigger and bigger, the opportunity to hide disappears. So what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll clean out all the males that are kind of, you know, not what I'm going for, and any females that have like that flat nose, because that tends to be a problem in this line. We'll clean all them out, and then there'll be a fry boom. And then after the fry boom, we'll get to max population again, and that's usually just a good sign to me to clean it out, because right now I only see about 3 fry, which is really, really low for this tank. Alright, if you made it this far, I'm going to call it. I appreciate everybody watching, stuck around, and until next time, later.